What's up guys, Houndish here, and today let's jump in and talk about new weapons in Season 15. And in this video we're going to focus on the new activity weapons for Season of the Lust, as well as new Stasis weapons. We'll touch on what perks they can roll, how to get them, and some of the top weapons to focus on picking up this season. And so guys, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, be sure to get subscribed for more Destiny content, but now, let's get into it. And so we should point out we are looking at weapons that drop from both the Shattered Realm and Astral Alignment activities, as well as the Wayfinder's Compass. Plus, we're going to take a quick look at some Stasis weapons that are dropping this season. Initially, let's speak about the new Stasis hand cannon, the Vulpecular, which is the name that I believe I'm saying correctly. It is a pretty well-rounded precision frame hand cannon, and being a Stasis weapon, it does go in the kinetic slot, and is able to roll a Stasis-specific perk, which we'll talk about. But it has all-around fairly similar stats to something like the Ikelos hand cannon. One of the nice things about this one being that it has one of the better reload stats in the archetype, so all around it feels pretty good to use. And the Stasis perk that it can roll is called Tombstone, where precision final blows spawn a Stasis crystal at the victim's location. That is the main new Stasis weapon perk, which we'll talk more about. But this hand cannon can roll out all of the main barrels and magazines, so extended barrel, hammer forged, and polygonal rifling are there, depending on whether you want range or stability primarily, and it can roll accurized, tactical mag, and flared mag roll as well. Traits-wise, we do have some new perks like Ensemble, which grants improved handling and reload speed when allies are nearby. There's also Shoot to Loot, where shooting an ammo brick picks it up and automatically reloads all of your equipped weapons from reserves. Plus it has another new bonus called Encore, where precision final blows grant a stacking range bonus to the weapon, and non-precision final blows will remove the range stacks but grant bonus accuracy and stability when all range stacks have been removed. It can also get Tunnel Vision, Killing Wind, and Outlaw in the first trait slot, and the second trait slot can get Headstone, where precision final blows spawn a Stasis crystal at the victim's location. And then other new bonuses include Adagio. After defeating a target, the weapon fires, charges, or draws more slowly and deals increased damage. Plus Harmony, where final blows with other weapons improve this weapon's damage and performance for a short duration. And so it is pretty stacked in terms of perks. I think Shoot to Loot can be a pretty fun and useful bonus perhaps for things like GMs. Encore can give the weapon some really nice range boosts when making multi-kills, and it's going to feel really consistent at range for a precision frame hand cannon. But of course Outlaw reloads will always be lightning fast on the weapon. And then Harmony, Adagio, and multi-kill clip, as well as opening shot or explosive payload, are pretty good options depending on what exactly you want, right? So it is quite a versatile hand cannon, and I'd say one of the best weapons to get this season all around. The Cressora Mellow, if I'm saying that one correctly, is a new weapon as well, and it's a high impact frame auto rifle with solar damage. It has some really great range on it, all around solid stats, but a good amount of recoil offset against the fact that it fires slowly. And in terms of perks, all of the main barrels and mags can roll here, so if you want to lean into either range, stability, or reloads, we've got all of those options. Perks wise, it can roll dynamic sway reduction in the first slot, as well as heating up. And then we've got Encore, Outlaw, Fourth Time's the Charm, and Ensemble as potential options. Then the second trait slot can get Dragonfly, Demolitionist, Multi-Kill Clip, Frenzy, Harmony, or Thresh. And mine right here has Encore and Firefly, which is a pretty fun combination with both perks encouraging precision hits. Of course, when we miss those crits, Encore can help give us better accuracy and stability, but with it having more recoil, heating up, and dynamic sway reduction are also worth considering. I'd say Outlaw is nice in general too, but Fourth Time's the Charm can be okay on these auto rifles. This one does have a mag of 32 rounds, so it can fire for a while. I'd say in the second slot, Dragonfly is okay. You won't see absolutely insane explosions, but it does have some crowd control potential. But otherwise, damage bonuses like Frenzy will be very good. There's also Multi-Kill Clip and Harmony, which are pretty respectable bonuses, so at the very least this is a fun auto rifle with some unique combinations. Also dropping from the new season is the Iota Draconis, a new high-impact solar fusion rifle. Charge times are pretty slow, especially with the recent adjustments to fusions, but it hits very hard. And in the first slot, it can roll stuff like Feeding Frenzy, which I think is a pretty fun bonus for nice quick reloads. It can also get Heating Up, Under Pressure, and Surplus. But in slot 2, Cornered could be an interesting one, granting decreased charge time when surrounded, and could be paired nicely with Feeding Frenzy. Plus the bonus Frenzy can also roll, which is nice, as is Harmony, which grants bonus damage and charge rate during a slide, so despite slight changes, it could be pretty good for PvP. I think another perk to check out could be Adagio though. Perhaps in PvE especially, it could be nice for taking down one target and applying significantly more damage to another. I'd say it's an especially interesting fusion rifle because it has that nice mix of bonuses, and if you're willing to think outside the box, you got a pretty fun weapon. Another fun weapon for the season is the Canis Major, a new rapid-fire frame grenade launcher with solar damage. It can roll volatile launch, confined launch, countermass, hard launch, linear compensator, quick launch and smart drift control. It also has proximity grenades, spike grenades, alloy casing, augmented drum, high explosive ordnance, high velocity rounds, mini frags, and sticky grenades. And then for traits, we can get Ensemble, once again grants improved handling and reload speed when allies are nearby. And then you've got Killing Wind, Surplus, Field Prep, Clown Cartridge, and Impulse Amplifier, with the second slot consisting of potential bonuses of Rampage, Kill Clip, Vorpal Weapon, Adagio, Chain Reaction, and Unrelenting. Ensemble could be a pretty interesting perk for DPS situations in a team, with weapons like this as well as rocket launchers. I think there's some potential there. Clown Cartridge could certainly be good for random bonuses to ammo, as can Field Prep, but otherwise I think Impulse Amplifier could be useful as well. In that second slot though, importantly Chain Reaction can roll, which is an absolutely awesome bonus for creating explosions, and I think is a generally pretty popular one in the community. Adagio could also be an interesting one, granting increased damage after killing a target. I'm not sure what that damage looks like, it could have some potential. But again, it's an interesting offering with some good perk combinations. And then the one season weapon which I haven't tried yet, as I don't have it dropped, is the Wolf Tone Draw, and this is a precision frame arc bow that can roll Impulse Amplifier in the first trait slot, which is interesting. Archer's Tempo is also a thing, as well as Shoot to Loot. So I think Impulse Amplifier and Archer's Tempo stand out, but the bow can get Dragonfly in its second trait slot, which I think is a really fun bonus on bows. It can also get Adagio where killing a target will increase draw time, but buff damage, so on top of Frenzy also being able to roll on the weapon, it's yet another one that has a lot of potential. And so overall I think the new offerings which drop from the season activities are pretty nice, especially the hand cannon, grenade launcher and bow are going to be worth trying to get good rolls on, although I think all of these weapons bring some new things to the table, which is a big plus for this season. In terms of stasis weapons though, of course there is the hand cannon that we touched on. There's also the Fractithist shotgun on the season pass, and this will drop in the activity stuff too. It's a new precision frame stasis shotgun, but it can't actually roll the unique stasis perk, Tombstone. It's kind of interesting that Bungie have added stasis weapons with one potential stasis exclusive bonus, right? I'm guessing the plan is to expand on this significantly later on. But the shotgun has first trait slot choices like Quick Draw and Slide Shot. Those can be pretty nice. It can also be full auto, and then we have Opening Shot, which isn't a bad option on a precision frame, as well as Harmony, which is great for PvE and could have moments in PvP. And then Adagio can roll here as well, which again I think is something to test out for potentially very high damage. There's also Trench Barrel, if that's your kind of thing. But other stasis weapons this season include the Peace Bond for the Iron Banner, so this is an adaptive frame sidearm. It can roll Headstone in that second trait slot, but for first traits it has Tunnel Vision, Subsistence, Pulse Monitor, Killing Wind, Rangefinder, or Under Pressure, and the second slot can potentially roll Surrounded, Swashbuckler, Demolitionist, Harmony, Snapshot Sights, or Headstone. So that'll be another fun one to chase down, and then there is the Reed's Regret, a new precision frame stasis weapon. Once again, it can roll Headstone in the second slot, but the first slot can get Surplus, Heating Up, Quick Draw, Killing Wind, Hipfire Grip, Clown Cartridge, or Triple Tap, with the second slot seeing Celerity, Headstone, Rampage, Firing Line, Adagio, Vorpal Weapon, or Harmony. And so it's another well-rounded weapon right there, whether you're looking at more of a PvP role or some interesting roles for PvE. It'll be a good one to go after, and bear in mind, Bungie are changing up how Trials works and how accessible some of these rewards are, so aside from the Adept version, more folks should be able to get their hands on this new linear fusion rifle. However, for this video guys, that's what we have to round up in terms of new weapons. Of course, we're only referring to stasis weapons and the new season exclusive weapons. There are quite a few additional and reprise drops that we can pick up in different playlists, so bear those in mind as well, but let us know down below which weapons you've been using inside of this season and any new favourites that you have from the activity stuff. Otherwise, I hope this video has been useful, and if it has, a rating below also very much helps us out on the channel, guys. And once again, feel free to get subscribed so I can keep you posted on everything related to the game. Otherwise though, for now, I appreciate you guys tuning in and hope you have an awesome day.